Good afternoon, students. In this presentation, we'll discuss protection of induction motor. In this presentation, we'll discuss why the induction motor is a critical appliance or critical equipment and why we should take care the induction motor, how the abnormal conditions affect the performance of the induction motor, what are the protection measures and basic circuit components of the induction motor, how to protect induction motor from single phasing, ground fault, phase fault and phase reversal. Induction motors are backbone of electrical industry. Uh, in uh, in early years, the speed control methods of induction motor were not very efficient and fine speed control cannot be achieved. But still, the induction motor were preferred in industrial application due to its simplicity and robustness. Nowadays, modern power electronic converters are there and the fine speed control can be achieved. So it is comparable to DC motors and the industrial applications of induction motors are increasing with every passing day. Before studying the protection circuit of induction motor, it is empirical to uh, see the classification, the broad classification of induction motor according to the ratings. According to the rating of the induction motor, it can be divided into fractional horsepower motors, which are having less than 1 kilowatt rating, medium, and large induction motor. For medium induction motors, we require only HRC fuses and contactors. For large motors, for large motors, we require differential protection schemes and other circuitry. Induction motor protection studies can be segregated into two parts: short circuit protection and overload protection. In this table, I have mentioned abnormal condition, description, and choice of protection. Likewise, mechanical overload is a condition when the machine is overloaded and it draws heavy current. So the indication of mechanical overload is heavy excessive current. That's why overcurrent relay is in picture and miniature circuit breaker is there. So in this part, I have written that this is at load terminal. Likewise, second, third, fourth, fifth. These are the abnormal condition that occurs supply side, like single phasing when a phase is suddenly off and remaining two phases are carrying the full supply. That means that is again excessive current. So we are using single phase preventer and thermal overload relay. Reduced supply voltage, under voltage relay we are using, and fault. So phase to phase and earth fault. We can use HRC fuse over current relay for motor and differential protection. So by studying this table, we can see that the abnormal conditions, 60%, 60 to 70% abnormal conditions corresponds to rise in the current. Rise in the current, that means rise in the temperature, and that can damage the motor winding, insulation, and we have to take care of that through the protection circuit. Now, in this part, we'll discuss how to design a protection circuit for an induction motor. This part shows the protection circuit of an induction motor, but before going to study of protection circuit of an induction motor, two three things we should keep in mind. First one is the economical economical feasibility of the protection circuit, that the cost of protection circuit should be less than 5% of the motor cost. Second thing is that it should not be too much sensitive that it responds to initial starting heavy currents and permissible overload limits. So there should be an adequate protection is to be provided for induction motor, and these two three facts should be kept in mind. So Protection of induction motor. When the three-phase supply, this is three-phase supply, when it is given to induction motor through various elements such as fuse, switch, contractors, and thermal overload relay. The control circuit of contractor consists of energizing coil, start and stop buttons. The start push button is normally open while the stop button is normally off. When the start button is pressed, when this button is pressed, then the contractor coil is energized as it gets supply voltage. The coil attract plunger, the coil attract plunger, this plunger is this, and the induction motor get the supply. Even if the on switch is released, the contractor coil remains energized as it gets supply through auxiliary contact. Thus motor starts running. Now during overload condition, thermal overload relay operate and consist of bimetallic strip. Due to bending of these strips, operation of common lever comes in picture that operates the trip contacts to de-energize the coil and disconnect the supply. These strips are either directly heated with the current or with the help of special heater coil through which motor current flows. For large motor, the relays are connected with secondary of current transformers. Single phasing. First of all, we need to understand what is single phasing. Single phasing, in, if one of the supply line is disconnected due to open circuit or improper contact in switch, then still the motor continues to run. The power is then supplied to the remaining windings. The current in the other phases increases to root 3 times to its normal value. This is called single phasing. The component which is present in this unbalanced current is called negative sequence component that causes magnetic flux rotating in opposite direction to main flux. This results in double frequency currents to induce in the rotor to cause heating. For small motor, uh, separate uh, separate circuit for single phasing is not required, but in case of large motor, a small uh, unbalance can cause damage to the winding. So we need to understand what is happening here. With RYB phase, CTs are employed. Wherever there is an imbalance in the circuit, wherever a phase is blown off, then there will be an imbalance. The and the control circuit will give the indication to the circuit breaker to trip. Depending on the output from the control circuit, the tripping command to the circuit breaker can be given when negative sequence current exceeds its preset limit. So this is prevention from the single phasing. Now this protection is ensured with the help of earth leakage circuit breaker. The faults in which the leakage current flow through the ground are perpetual in case of induction motor. The figure shows ELCB, earth leakage circuit breaker. Here we are computing the difference between this line current IL and IN. In normal operating condition, there will be no difference. The difference between this IL and IN is equal to 0. But in case of abnormal condition, when there is a fault due to leakage from live wire to earth or a person by mistake touching to the live terminal, then the net current flow through the core will no longer remains 0, but it is equal to IL, the difference between IL and IN, or we can say IF, which will set up flux and EMF in CT as per the preset value. The unbalance in current is detected by CT and relay coil is energized, which will give tripping signal from the circuit breaker for the circuit breaker. So this method to provide earth fault protection is called core balance type protection or zero sequence current transformer protection. In case of earth fault, to avoid burning of coils and stampings of the motor, must be disconnected as quickly as possible from the supply. Now we'll discuss. Now again, this is earth fault protection diagram. Here we can say that these CTs, uh, um, the phasor sum of the current from this RYB phase will be equal to 0, and the neutral, if there is a normal condition, then there will be no current from the neutral, and if the ground is not involved, then the current will be equal to 0. But in this case, if we use earth fault relay over here, then the if there is a fault in the system, then the summation of these line currents, these currents will not be equal to 0, and there will be some neutral current also. So this circuit will accordingly act, and it will give tripping signal to the circuit breaker. Similarly, this is the earth fault protection by ZSCT. The phase fault can cause burnout of coils and stampings, and hence motor should be disconnected as quickly as possible when fault occurs. Fast overcurrent relays are also used to provide phase fault protection. Protection for phase reversal. Firstly, we should know what is phase reversal actually. The direction of induction motor depends on the direction of rotating magnetic flux field produced by the stator windings. For a particular phase sequence RYB, the motor rotates in a particular direction due to corresponding direction of rotating magnetic field. But if any two lines are interchanged the due to maintenance or uh, due to any phase sequence reverses, actually YRB, it is now YRB, then the direction of rotating magnetic field is reverse. So the motor will start rotating in opposite direction. Such situation is dangerous when the motor is used for cranes, hoist, lifts, or in threading mills. The protection is provided using motor driven disc working on electromagnetic principle. So when there is a particular phase sequence, the secondary of two current transformer connected to two lines drive the motor to operate the disc. The arrangement is such that for a normal direction of motor, disc rotates in a particular direction which keeps the auxiliary switch closed. But if there is phase reversal, then the rotation of the disc is opposite, and due to this auxiliary contact get open, and that in turn either operate the circuit breaker or de-energize the starter coil to disconnect the motor from the supply. Thus, phase reversal protection for the induction motor can be achieved with this. After completion of this presentation, you will be able to gain knowledge of various abnormal condition and choice of protection circuit as per the ratings of the induction motor. You will be able to acquire knowledge of different circuitry pertaining to different protection schemes, understand various protection schemes that can be employed to protect induction motor at supplied side, motor and load side. Thank you very much for patience. Thank you very much for patient listening.